Hi all, welcome to another episode of Global Marketing Leaders 2025 brought to you by Pepper Content. Today I have the absolute pleasure of speaking to Mr. Vishal Bhatia, the Chief Digital Officer at Canara Bank. Throughout his rich career of over 24 years at institutions like Kotak Cherry, IDFC Bank and Infosys, he had the privilege of working on technologies like AI to enhance customer experience. He also shares his insights and learnings from his experiences in a newsletter called Bhatia Bites. Let's dive deep into his journey and learn from him. Thank you. Thanks, Vishal. Thank you for being here. Thanks for waiting and making time for this, right? You've had an impressive career across, banks, fintechs, right? And leading digital transformation at Canara Bank, right? Along with major tech projects at leading financial institutions, right? Would love to understand how have your journey been and how has that shaped up your approach to innovation wherever you're working right now?
Thanks a lot, firstly, for giving me this opportunity to share my experience. So I have overall 24 plus years of experience. Started my career as a developer in Infosys, and from there went to multiple delivery of core banking across India and abroad. At that time, the banking was moving towards the core banking part. And then 2011 got opportunity to work at French Bank, a captive unit, Society General, where I set up the full investment banking for them. Then after that, I got opportunity in 2014 when IDFC First Bank got a banking license to set up the full IT unit for them. So I was the second IT employee there, and I set up 26 applications from the core banking, asset, wholesale, mutual fund, wealth management, charging solution, the full team. And then 2019, I got opportunity to set up the fintech investment unit at Kotak Mahindra Bank, and where I set up the full Kotak Cherry developed from scratch. And 2023, I got opportunity to work in the prestigious Canara Bank as a Chief Digital Officer. So the journey is good. I am able to see from the technology, from the fintech, from the digital collaboration in partnership. And now I'm in the stage where I feel that digital transformation, when I see the Canara Bank as a perspective, it's both covering Indian customers, which are mostly on metro and urban, plus also Bharat customers, which are in semi-urban and rural. And it gives me the perspective covering both how we have to ensure digital transformation, in my view, happen for all the set of customers.
Right.
So currently what we see on the Bharat is mostly QR scan code, which has done very well. But other than that, still a good path to cover on the digital transformation across the Bharat areas. So what we do is, our theme is we want to have a digital transformation for retail customers, for corporate customers, for the merchant customers. And we want to ensure the set of customers who are there with us utilize more and more digital journey. And our theme is a platform to be safe, simple to use, secure and trusted one for the customers to use our digital platform. Because it is very important, customers should bind themselves or engage themselves in that platform, then only they will use it. Now what we do is there are a lot of custom solutions we do it for the specific customer segments. Like you see many schools are there, universities are there. What is the objective they have on the banking is? They collect fees from the parents and they want that money to be deposited in their bank account, recon settlement to happen. And good amount of human or the time goes in that. So what we have built is, we have built a easy fee solution, which is a custom solution, do-it-yourself, white label solution, which goes live within few days. So they give all their data, we roll out to their parents, and white label solution, we are able to do it. There are many customers in Bharat we see who are unbanked. They don't have an account or they are not having the lending facility. So what we do is, we have created a self-help group, where group of women, we go to their place and we ask those group of women, we will open account with you. We will also bring them onto the lending facility, so that we want them also to have the lending credit history build up and assist them in their business setup. Now we are also leveraging the latest technologies in terms of AI ML, which will help us on the sales, marketing, cross-selling. What is the next best offer the customer needs? How I will make personalization through AI for those set of customers? How I will ensure it is a fraud check I can do, how I can ensure the pre-delinquency check, where if I've given a loan to a customer, how I'll ensure he'll pay me back. If there's any customer behavior which give me a sensitive part that this customer might not pay money, so I'll proactively put more measures to ensure that the customer does not become delinquent. So these are the steps which are there, and overall it's a good journey. And I would say I am blessed with my leaders and the mentors who have helped me in this journey. And all the four different perspective, from technology to a foreign bank to a private bank and now PSU bank. It gives me a 360-degree view how the work culture is there and how we have to adapt. My main philosophy is 2-3 things: how we adapt to the culture, what are the organizations are there, and keep delivering to our customers, and ensure more and more customers utilize our digital platforms. And because unless until they engage with us, we can't have a vertical depth relationship with them, and also work for the customer with the customer centricity keeping in mind, and build more and more digital solutions with them. That is the key for which over the 24 years I have worked.
Got it. I think, I was telling Priyanka on the way here is how you have not only moved with, in different types of banks, right? As you said, international, Indian, PSU, right? And then investment bank here in the middle. Also industries, you were with Infosys, and also roles, right? IT and then digital transformation, right? Would love to understand, was that by design or has opportunities came your way and you just latched on to what you felt was right?
It was, my view was, I want to work in a bank after working with Infosys after 10 years to have a 360-degree view. And end of the day, the requirements are coming from the BFSI sector. What are they? Because they are the one actually who are meeting the customers. They are the one who are serving the customers. And they define the requirements, and the technology partners or the vendors, they deliver the solutions of them. That gives us a view where we are on the hot seat. We are understanding the customer needs and able to give the customized solutions for our customers. And after technology becomes, once you are used to the technology, then it makes more sense to be on the digital part. Because when I started my career, it was core banking, then it moved to net banking, then it moved to mobile app. Now you see it is a wallet, it is a digital lending, UPI, ULI, all the frameworks are there. So everything, more and more customers are moving from their desktops to the mobile phones, and more third-party aggregator platforms. So that way it helps me to be ensure that I'm on the right industry, right path. And because wherever the customer is going, you have to be there in that journey, you are there. Then only you can give the right solutions to your customer.
Right. And with over 10 crore customers at Canara Bank, right? I'm sure digital user experience and acquisition both is a important point at, a focus point for you folks at Canara, right? But how do you first of all go about, making the user base digital? Because a lot of probably Canara Bank base is not digital first, right? And how do you position that Canada as a digital first bank, especially in the amidst, a host of neobanks and, new age banks, which are only digital first, who have taken a route of just being digital, right? So how do you do that at Canada?
See, we are investing a lot on the technology, digital part, and we have also done hackathon in January month on the specific use cases which are there. We are blessed with 10 crore plus customer, and our philosophy is, we want to ensure what customer needs, we will provide solution to them. So like there are a set of customers who are senior citizens, they don't want a app for transaction, they want only app for passbook. So we have created a mobile app only for passbook for them, because they want so that they don't have to come to the branches for the passbook download. They can do from there, do it yourself. And our philosophy is, customers who are in the digital journey is not only for the registration or login and I have created my user ID. Our objective is they are activated. They are actively using our digital product. Then only they are customer for me. So what we ensure is that more and more activation, engagement, we do it with them. In each of our 9,600 plus branches, we have Digi Mitras, where their objective is, what are the customers' footfall is happening, who are still not on the digital, how we onboard them in the digital journey, how we handhold them, along with them, download app, help them, what are the different 300 plus features we have on mobile app. So based on the customer segment, how we help them to do, if you want to do NEFT RTGS, do it from here. You want to do UPI registration, you do it here. You want to do credit card payment, you do it here. You want to see what are your reward points, you do it here. You have a loan payment, you do it from the app. So that's why we are helping them. So that from do it yourself, from because you are covering pan India, you want to ensure pan India people they get to use the mobile app and do it. Now we are the only few bank who have developed a mobile app for the corporate customers. So every bank has a corporate net banking. So we have the one who has a corporate app as well. So we want to ensure the corporate customers also have an app and they are able to also work for them for the payment perspective, for the vendor payment, the salaries payment, all that they can do from that. What we have defined as a clear philosophy is there are a set of customers who don't have a website. We are saying we'll create a website for you, like Easy Fee. So where the schools and all that, they don't have website. So we have partnered as a white label solution and we'll create a website for you so that you can collect parents' money from that. Same way the customers who have their own website. So what we have created is we have aggregated on the payment aggregators and we have given a multiple payment gateway option to them so that the payment collection payment can happen from that payment gateway. Certain customers are those who have their ERP solution. They all want money to be flown to their vendors, salary payments and all that. So we have told we will give an open API banking solution to you. So this is the way we have niche solutions with them to bring these set of customers to the API banking, reduce pressure on the branches and give more branches being used for the services, more on the cross-sell and all. With the technology, now maximum leads are coming from the data analytic tools and all that. And that is helping us to get more and more leads for us to share with our branches, with our RMs to convert them. What we have done is we have done a geospatial analysis across our branches, which is giving us a information about 2 to 3 kilometer area about our near to our branches. What are the different people, who the different merchants which are there, the hospitals, the schools, the different people who are living. And that is helping us to see which customer segment we are looking to capture. And that are the vast amount of data which helps us to be ensure that these set of customers, we can ask them to come to our platform, use our products and be part of the Canara Bank journey. In addition, for us, customer is the key. What we build is we are building customer-centric products. Like we have built a customer Canara Angel, which is for the woman product, where we are giving a host of the benefits to the woman population. We are also covering the insurance, the expenses, what they want to do on the family expenses and all that also we take care. Now we have created also Canara Heal, where 80% of the money anyway as part of the medical tie-up, the customer is able to pay. But the balance 20%, customer is finding it difficult. So what we are doing is we are immediately able to give a personal loan to this set of customers.
The health insurance product?
The health insurance Canara Heal for the covering the balance 20% of the insurance, which they are finding it difficult to pay money. So that Canara Heal will. Soon, every few months, we want to launch new products on these part of customer. So that customer feels, yes, these are products for me, I am getting benefited, and also use our digital product to do it.
Right.
Plus, our philosophy is where the customer is going, we want to be there. Like we have tied up with multiple travel offer companies, Make My Trip, Ease My Trip, and all those. Because we want to ensure the people who want to do travel, how they can use our credit card and get benefited, and also to help them in their transaction journey as well. So these are keep on investing from our side for being present where the customer is there and penetrate more and more digital products. If required, make solutions which are comfortable for the customers to use and have more safe, secure, trusted platform for the customers. That is our philosophy, what we want to put it.
Got it. No, I would also like to just point out, I saw the Canara Heal billboard on the Western Expressway, and that caught my attention because no other bank probably has a very healthcare specific product that they have pushed. So I think it's on the Western Expressway. Yes, so I think great work there. As a digital transformation leader, right? One thing that stands out is not only transformation in terms of user centricity and user focus, but also internal employee training, right? The bank can be only as digital as the employees are, right? So what do you do internally to push, technology adoption, at such a massive scale of say 9,600 branches that you just said, right? how do you ensure that a person sitting in Bhilwara, in a branch there, right, also has the enablement to get on the app and get users and customers on the app, because that's very important.
Right. So what we do is, you're right, this is valid, and the challenges which are there with the opportunities also comes. So based on my past technological experience, what we have done on the past of 3 companies, I ensure that we have the latest technology architecture here in terms of scalability, resiliency, and high availability. So we ensure that applications move towards the microservice container-based architecture, because that is the right way for ensuring the scalability of the applications which are there. Plus, we are collaborating with the fintech partners to ensure what are the technologies which they have. If it is helping me in my customer experience, happy to collaborate with them, so that I'll focus on my customer experience and take their solution as part of my technical journey. We are not a technological company. We are a bank. We want to ensure that as quickly as possible, I am able to deliver a good solutions to my customers using the collaborations which are there. What we do is, we are investing a lot on the digital lending. So we have the good asset book. Now we have built many products on the digital lending. We have customer from their home, they can apply for the digital loans, and we conduct digital melas as along with the Digi Yatras which are there. We conduct digital melas in our ROs. So how the structure is, Canara Bank is there. Each state has a circle office, followed with ROs, then branches. The branches are in the district areas and all. So we conduct digital melas where we ask customers to come to our circles. Our people can help them, but all the support is needed in that part. And we walk through the digital products with them, so that they are aware on the what are the different products which are there, which is needed for the customer segment. And then within few weeks, we onboard few customers, so that these people who are in the Bhiwandi circles and all that, Bhilwara, they understand the full cycle of the digital product, how it is helping them. And then it is helping them train the trainer way, where they are able to get new customers and do it. Secondly, what we do is, we have a clear product-wise strategy. This product, if I have to roll out, what are my leads, what are the different customer segments, and that we work with these, our ROs and the branches to do it. We also build a lot of contents in-house, and through the videos, the short Instagram type reels and all, and the campaigns. Those campaigns we push in all our branches.
Right.
And so that they can present that way to their customers and bring them customers. And if where they have a doubts, they approach us, we help them. So it is a collaborative way to ensure the people on the field are able to sell our digital products, and wherever they need any support, we are there to with them. And we have a clear business goals defined. That this year, these many customers, we want to activate them on the digital product, and we work towards that goal, because there has to be some mission what you want to achieve. So we work towards that. Secondly, we collaborate it with the strategy which is there in the mind. Like we have a strategy of personalization. We want certain set of customers personalization happen. Certain set of customers who are in digital, do more on digital. Who are not in digital, how I can bring them in digital. Then set of customers, how I can bring more brand of the Canara Bank I can put with the product, with our own payment gateway and all that. With ensuring the framework of a safe technology, scalable, high availability and resilient, and few specific solutions that we get, we brainstorm with those set of branches as well as the customers, and ensure those customers' stickiness is there with us, and we are there as a solution provider to the customers.
Good. And you recently spoke at, the India AI Summit, when AI is the trend, AI is everywhere, right? How do you, first of all, see AI being used in banking, and in what ways? And secondly, how do you, are working with different industries, right? Fashion, e-commerce, right? And leveraging the innovation that's happening there with whatever is happening in the banking industry. Would love to understand how is this ecosystem flowing for you at Canara Bank?
See, for AI to work, data is the key. So data holistically to be proper data should be there with the authenticity. And we are blessed, we have the data warehouse, data lakehouse, where the full data and analytic team is there. And we have a core of the data part being taken care. Now, we have engineers in our place. We are also working with the partners on building more and more models for machine learning in those areas. We want to invest on those AI models which will give an ROI to us and which is vertically deep, given the benefit to us. So we have taken multiple customer segments which are there, multiple areas on AI to be invested on. One is on the sales, to direct sale of our product to them, marketing, then fraud, and early detection. These are the 4 themes for which we have also done the hackathon on the AI/ML models and all. Now we have built also the LLM models on leveraging this data to give us these areas. What is helping us is the conversational AIs. Earlier, if you remember, the chatbots which were there were the pre-programmed. You put some query, they'll put the programmed output which will be there. But here we have put a conversational AI where we have put our, based on the chatbot, AI ML, we are able to put conversational AI we have put and then engage more deep with our customers which are there. We also put a model on the mule account. With the mule account part where we are testing it with our base which is there and finding out the mule accounts and as per the government guidelines, we are applying what are the next steps to be done on that area. What is helping us is on the next best offer. Based on our customer segments, we are able to define what this customer is looking for as a next best. Earlier what happened is the same offer was going to all set of customers. Now what we are working is what is the next best offer and based on that we are able to get the conversion part. So the people who are in our UPI, we are giving separate offer to them. The people who are doing travel a lot, we are offering them the credit card where they can save money. So that way we are able to see campaigns specifically to the customer behavior and increase more and more our ROI in the business on those set of customers. Based on the fashion industry and e-commerce like Myntra and all that, was in the last forum with Myntra, when lady was also there from the Myntra part, how they put the customer segmentation, how they put a personalization, how they put the nudges, how they do the funnel analytics, how they find which journeys where the frictions are there, what they have to improve. Same is applied in the banking. We are able to do the funnel analytics. We are able to see what if the journey is friction is there, how we can improve on the friction part, how we will capture what customers have come, how I can call those customers, sir, you are looking for this product, how we can help you. So we are also deep dive in all our customers who are coming to our products and helping them. We have a 360-degree view of our customers using our CRM solution. The same information is available in the branch, same information is available at the call center, which is helping us to deep dive our customer engagement further.
Got it. And moving from your professional work to personal work, we got to know that you also run a newsletter called Bhatia Bytes, where you discuss tech trends and developments, right? What prompted you to start this in the first place and what's your vision of Bhatia Bytes? Where do you see this growing in the next few years?
See, after the industry experience, after 24 years experience, what I realize, many people are still struggling on the basic architecture of the technology to be there. The basic architecture of basic thing framework, how the digital transformation, what customers are looking for. And I want to share my experience with the people. That's why I thought, as my surname is Bhatia, to have a Bhatia Bytes, to share my experience. What are the best practices? What are the guidelines any application technology company should follow? So I covered areas on what the mobile app should be. How I will ensure when you go into a mobile app, you want to ensure with the lowest turnaround time, I should get my things done. You should not go to the circle and come in and then you will get frustrated. So what has to be done? What are the best practices I have to implement it? My vision is what I learn, I'll keep sharing my experiences there so that it will help them in their platforms and all. And I will put more and more on the digital transformation, more and more on the AI use cases to ensure that what we are able to get benefited, the young entrepreneurs and the industrialist people also get it. And that is my vision on Bhatia Bytes.
And because you talked about your vision, right? With such a rich career across tech and banking, right? At a very culmination of both in a way, right? Would love to understand what is the tech legacy that you want to leave, and if you have to predict 5 or 10 years down the line how banking would be, what would that be?
So my view is on the tech, it has to be more and more OPEX, which is non-customer, non-PII information. Which is the PII information, it has to be on the tour, and where you have an in-house team who is able to run it, understand it better, and ensure the data is safe. As DPTP Act will come, so the consent framework will be required, where customer will give a consent where my data has to be used and how much has to be used, which will be a game changer in this over the upcoming few weeks whenever that DPTP will start. The game changer will be when you envisage it has to be agile. Your all development, what customers are looking has to be agile. You can't follow few months after that I'll deliver something. So the banks have to work in collaborative with fintech team, how to deliver an agile products so that customers are feeling the change what is coming in their journeys, and wherever the technology part is there, instead of you do the capex investment, you collaborate with them and deliver the solutions to the customers to you. As GPTP will come, it will ensure that the data is safe for our customers and the consent framework is there. What I feel, it will be more AI driven, more personalized one, and seeing the customers, how the Indian market has grown, how the digital has grown, and more WhatsApp. In my view, the three products which will be always will be there would be WhatsApp, because 4 hour plus everybody is spending good amount of time in WhatsApp. Second, I would say is the UPI. Third, I would say is the credit card, the credit part which is there. So in these three products, how you can apply your personalization, how you can apply your AI will be the game changer for the banks to engage customers more and more on selling them about their product or servicing as well. So these are the three areas I feel, but it has to be ensured with the cyber security and hacking so much is happening to ensure your all the infra, all the data is secured and safe. Then that will be the game changer for ensuring your bank is a cyber security part being taken care, and you're able to give a trusted product platform to your bank customers. In addition, I feel when many customers are going to the other third-party app for the UK, right? Why? Because it is easy. You do your part and then you come up. So that way the banks also have to think how we can ensure that give those set of customer experiences to our niche set of customers, and across multiple platforms and omni-channel way. It has to be the similar experience has to be there in my net banking, mobile app, in my WhatsApp, in the call center, in the branch. So that part to be there. In addition, one my view is there which I am still brainstorming, like DigiYatra has brought a game changer where it makes your life easy as a passenger, where you face recognition and you do. How we can do that in my branch when anybody is visiting? Now I ask customer details, you tell me your details and do it. How through the face recognition, how I can know about my customer better and help them holistically. Sir, आप इसके लिए आए थे, आपने ये past किया है few months or weeks. These are the future I have offering for you, and tell me what more I can engage with you. This I feel is the future where one-to-one engagement personalized to the customers I have to do to be where the banker associate with the customer and customer continues banking with me. This will be the way I feel.
Got it. Thank you, Vishal, for this. One last part that we have is a rapid fire question. We just ask some questions and you have to answer quickly, right? So we'll start with that if you're okay. Till how many years do you think there will be a place for old school passbook?
I think it will be there next 15-20 years it will continue.
15-20 years? Interesting. I thought it would be otherwise. If you had a superpower to solve one problem in banking overnight, what would that be?
I would say customer issues, how I will give better resolution, and customer service I mean, where if the customer is feeling that somebody has done the fraud to him and or any customer service issues are there, how we can reduce the tag and able to reply him faster.
Got it. Blockchain, AI or metaverse? Which buzzword are you secretly tired of hearing?
See, blockchain was there, but it is mostly a POC. It didn't pick it up. No, yes, we have used it on the digital rupee CBDC. Metaverse is okay, but I feel AI is the one which will be a game changer. And my view is institute has to take certain use case, go deep, and then get benefit and share that experience with other institutes. Then AI will not be a pilot like blockchain. It will be a part of the core. And in my view, if India has an advantage to be a game changer in AI, my request to the institutes are that you define, like DPI is there, where how UPI is picked up. You define the use case each institute has to do over the next few months or years. Let them go to the deep, let them deliver it and share the experience. What will happen is, it will not be a race. It will be after few years, everybody will be on the same page, share the experience, and India will be able to use AI in the core. That is what my vision on the AI to go India institutes to get benefited with.
Got it. Do you remember your first ever computer password?
No, I don't remember this. I remember in the Yahoo, which I've used in multiple, when 2000 when Yahoo was there.
Right, I bet. Got it. Missed unread emails or missed calls, which gives you more anxiety?
Missed calls.
Missed calls. Got it. If you could have a chai with any famous personality, dead or alive, who would that be?
Apple CEO.
Oh, Temple.
To understand on the design, because that is the one which I feel, even though it is costly, everybody wants that product.
Right.
There are people are ready to take loan for that product, and the demand is more than the supply. So I feel what was his thought process and how they are still bring the innovation every product, and is like that is what engages customer every time that something new is still coming, and it's very safe, very customer focused. That I would say.
Got it. I think thank you for this, Vishal. One last closing question, which is an advice probably, is what would, as a person who has spent so much time in fintech and technology and banking, right? What would be your advice to upcoming people in the industry who are looking to innovate or lead from the front, right? Like you have done over the last few years, right? So what would be your one piece of advice to them?
My advice would be, for everything is for the customer. See from the customer point of view everything what you did. Second, don't do for the TIFMAT purpose. Do it properly vertically, not horizontally. I'm not saying build 100 features. Build 10 features which customer will use and do vertically. Yes, everything is there in this. 10 features. And don't do as a big bang. Do pilot ways where you take few set of customers and bring them into the 10 features and take it forward. Secondly, for the fintech industry, I would say, why we don't have a WhatsApp replacement, WhatsApp being developed by a fintech. We have WhatsApp being developed outside. We are paying money to Meta and WhatsApp. Why a fintech can't build a WhatsApp solution? When Indians are using WhatsApp, we should have make in India WhatsApp solution, so that the money will be residing at India. That is what I would say. Third, I would say is how we help our Bharat customers to have the same digital experience or banking experience like what metros. Like in metro, we don't go every day, or we don't go often to the branches. The game changer would be how those people also feel. They are also have the similar digital or banking experience what our Indian customers who are in metro and urban have. Indian customers.
Love it.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure
Yeah, thank
to
you.
be part of this.
Thank you.
Thank you.